Labor's climate bill, of course, passed the House of Representatives this week and will go to the Senate next month. And it comes just as news that skyrocketing prices and demand for our coal have delivered our biggest ever trade surplus. We're riding high on coal at the moment, our coal exports. But right on cue, Labor's new Environment Minister, Tanya Plibersek, says she'll block Clive Palmer's planned new coal mine and export facility in Queensland. Yep, so we turn our back on the golden goose, hey? Like we can afford to do that. And today, the Climate Change Minister, Chris Bowen, announced a big move into offshore wind generation.
Offshore wind is jobs rich and energy rich. It creates a lot of power and a lot of jobs. And the Star of the South proposal, which would be built in that offshore wind zone off Gippsland, would create enough power for 1.2 million households, or 20% of Victoria's energy needs.
Never short of a big claim, are they, when it comes to renewable energy? That's the same old story with renewables. They keep telling us it's all too good to be true. And it is, because our prices keep going up and our energy reliability continues to be jeopardised. The Reserve Bank, by the way, has said today that it expects power prices to jump another 10 or 15% in the second half of this year, and the same again in the first part of next year. So on top of the price hikes we've just had over the past month or so, we can expect prices to go up about another 30% over the next year. Climate policy is going well, isn't it? All this pain, more to come, and no environmental gain because global emissions continue to rise. Such economic self-harm, isn't it? By the way, while we're on climate, let's talk about the teals. Remember how they were going to not only save the planet, but also improve the standards of political behaviour in Canberra. Well, yesterday, when Labor was getting its new climate laws through the lower house, Teal MP Monique Ryan accidentally voted the wrong way. She was supposed to be voting to ban any future gas or coal projects, but she actually voted to allow them. How about that? A Teal voting for fossil fuel projects, but only by accident. And her accidental side actually won. She had to embarrassingly admit her error afterwards.
I cast my vote for the noes. This was not my intention. I wish to inform the House I intended to vote with the ayes. I thank the House.
Look, it didn't make any difference. Most of the Parliament voted against this extreme Green amendment anyway, so I don't know. Does that mean the planet will now be destroyed? If the Teals and the Greens say that their radical policies are needed to save the planet, then surely when they don't happen, the planet's going to be destroyed. Help me out here. Are they right? Or is their ridiculous alarmist rhetoric just being exposed yet again? Anyway, it's been a bad week for Monique Ryan, who did this a couple of days earlier.
Of disability and chronic illness, put your masks on. From repeated infection.
Look, before you start bossing everyone around about masks, you want to make sure you know what you're voting for and what you're voting against.